Hey, welcome back into Dom Time, taking your flu-related questions because there's a tremendous amount of issues out there about the flu shot, getting the flu, what to do if you do get the flu. We have a couple callers for Dr. Octor from the virtual medical system here in South Jersey with me. Let's go to Gene. Gene in Elkins Park. Hey, Gene, welcome in. You're with the doctor.
Hello, thank you. Would you ask the doctor why the flu shots were being given by the chain drugstores in August instead of in October as they were for many years?
Okay, good question, Gene. The reality is the sooner you get your flu shot, as soon as it's available, you'll develop immunity. The concerns I think I sense from you, Gene, is there going to be a loss of immunity as this flu season comes up?
Is it 9 months of immunity approximately?
Well, you know, the reality is there's some element of lifelong immunity. Actually, Dom, you know, so if you take your flu shot through a chain store in August, you are expected to be safe or protected as can be expected, as if you had taken it in November or October. So taking it when it first comes out, before there's a rush for it and it's available, is generally a good idea. And these chain stores are probably, you know, perhaps not intentionally doing us a great service by offering them early.
You know, my doctor said too, you guys are looking at trying to find something that people connect to as a reminder to get it. Like when we change the time, put the clock back, we look at our batteries.
Exactly.
So maybe Labor Day is a day around this to consider that.
And I was really interested to see that Walmart actually stopped offering them in August. They started in August and stopped in August. They had a very short time period where they were giving it, and it's perfectly acceptable to take it in August and expect immunity through March, which is
Let me go a quick lightning round with you because of time here, doctor. There's so much stuff with this. Tamiflu, my doctor didn't recommend that to me. Your sense of the efficacy of that Tamiflu?
So Tamiflu is the only effective oral medication now we have for the currently circulating strains of influenza. Okay, so the old-fashioned amantadine and rimantadine are no longer efficacious. We have a inhaled zanamivir as well, which is harder to give. In general, Tamiflu works as it's supposed to. If you take it within the first 48 hours of beginning symptoms, it reduces the duration of your symptoms by a full day, which can be a very big deal if you're very sick, and reduces mortality, morbidity, and hospitalizations.
Vitamin C, as a precursor to this, is to build up your immunity.
No good randomized controlled trials have shown a benefit. Unfortunately, I would love it if it worked.
Okay.
Nobody's been able to show a clear, rigorous benefit.
Lightning round again. When should you consider going to your doctor, as I did, or even an emergency room?
Right. So you really, you know, if you think that if you have influenza, people around you have been sick with influenza, stay home. Okay, if you're an otherwise healthy person and you have a high fever and everybody's been sick at home, you don't need to go to an emergency room. You really don't. You're not going to do yourself or other people a service by leaving the house. However, if you're, again, old, young, and have significant comorbidities, it's when you really should start.
Here's the fear I would have, though. If I'm on the borderline like this, unless it's very severe, the last place I want to go is where there's a lot of people that have the flu that are sick.
And you're exactly right, Dom. That's what we should try to do, not only for yourself, because there's other respiratory viruses in those settings, but also for the sake and the health of the people in those big healthcare settings. So really, if you're an otherwise healthy person, you don't really need Tamiflu and you don't really need any hospital care. You know, with the few exceptions of oncology, HIV, diabetes, and heart disease.
And flu season this year, predictive, last until when?
Flu season generally lasts until March, sometimes extends all the way to May. This year we started early, Dom, so we started about 3 weeks early in terms of our peak than we had started in previous years. The exception being 2009, which started even well before this. So we're starting earlier and we're seeing higher numbers than we've been seeing in the last few years.
Parting areas, something we've left out. This has been exhaustive almost in the flu, and you have such expertise in it. What else would you tell us to be thinking about around the flu as we batten down the hatches until March?
I think if you have a respiratory illness that has fevers, the acute onset, suddenly you have fevers, very familiar to you, shaking, chills, cough, not really sneezing, but coughing, stay home. Stay home first, okay? Don't expose other people. That's really, really important. The second thing is call your doctor. There's anything wrong with discussing this over the telephone and see if a prescription for Tamiflu is indicated in this setting. And the third thing is no testing for influenza is perfect, especially the rapid testing. A lot of physicians even don't understand that it's a very limited test. And even if your test is negative, does not exclude it. Don't go out in the community and infect others.
Doctor, thank you very much. Can we shake hands here and set to say it's okay to do
I have
that?
hand sanitizer at home.
Thank
yeah.
you very much.
Thank
I
you.
have the wet ones in my pocket. Thank you, Dr. Acker from Virtual Web Medical Centers. Thanks for joining us. Coming up, Dom Time, I'll give you my look at the week. Hey, welcome back, everyone, to Dom Time. This is the part of the show every week in which I just give you my candid opinion, my editorial, my sense of something that's happened this week. Lance Armstrong, good for Oprah, great interview, and I think she held his feet to the fire. But Lance Armstrong doesn't deserve to be forgiven at this point in time. He's wronged too many people. He has to do a whole lot more before we get past what he did. And for me, 2012 was a year of disappointment. I defended Armstrong, said that kids needed heroes and that we do need heroes. And this guy was as dirty as possible all along. It was also David Petraeus this year, betraying us. Cynicism, though, I think is worse. I still think we need heroes. I still think we need people to look up to. And I hope that Armstrong's own lack of character doesn't tarnish the work that he did, the Live Strong concept, the concept of people dealing with cancer, they and their families. That would be the worst and the most regrettable. So the people out there that are trying to bully and say, doesn't everybody deserve a second chance? Lance Armstrong needs to cool it for a while before he gets that second chance. What he did hurt a lot of people, disappointed a lot of people. Let's not give up on heroes. Hopefully, we'll find more of them each and every week right here on Dom Time.